Hi everyone. This is a video series on getting started with React, Redux, and the React router. So basically all the pieces you want to make your basic React site. This series should basically go from the simplistic parts of React all the way to the most complicated. A lot of tutorials usually do like chunks. I really want to go from the tiniest website to a relatively robust one. So if you look at this website here, we're on codesandbox.io. It's really great in-browser rendering tool. It allows you to actually download your code so that you can use it on your computer, but just so everybody can get up and running right away without any problems, just go to codesandbox.io and you can get started with this. You can actually see the ID for this if you want to check it out yourself and clone it. Okay, so let's get started. So what we want to do, we just basically want to build our basic React app. So in order to do that, we need React, and we're doing this one in TypeScript. It's one of the options when you create a sandbox in Sandbox.io. I like TypeScript because it gives you all the options for JavaScript, but gives you some other stuff too. It's everything you want. And it gives you typing, which you can use or you don't have to use, but we'll be using it a little bit here and there, but not at the beginning. We just want to get through the basics of React. So React is a rendering tool that instead of using, you can do it multiple ways, but we're going to be using TSX files, which is basically instead of JSX, TypeScript X, which allows you to render HTML in your JavaScript. Well, not render it, but write it in your JavaScript. And the first thing we'll be doing is we'll just be building our most basic app. So we're going to import React. Well, we're going to import all as React from React. This is going to give us our the ability to basically use this TSX file. If we didn't do this, it wouldn't be able to use the HTML that we'll be writing. So then we want to write import render from React DOM. So this is going to be rendering our DOM, and we're going to say render, and we're just going to write a div, my app, close the div, and then we want to use our document.getElementById, element by, should have auto-completed. Let's see here. Let's hit return there. Actually, let's return after the comma. And write document.getElementById, colon. We're not going to put anything there for a second. It's going to give us an error because it doesn't like it right now because we haven't given it any valid arguments. This is actually a nice thing from TypeScript because TypeScript, oops, what's going on here? View actual size. Okay. And it's able to detect that we don't have our value. So we want to say get root. So let's copy that. It's easy enough to type. I don't know why we would copy it. And then, boom, we got my app. Look at that. Let's hit save. Not that type of save. Save sandbox. And so we got this components folder. So let's actually get started and create our first kind of empty app component. So we're going to do this. We're going to create no, it's not giving us the options there. This is actually really nice. It's very similar to Visual Studio Code, which is a fantastic, oh, there we go. New file. And let's call this app.tsx. And there it is. So save, we're going to want to do the same thing. We want to import all as React from React. And we're just going to want to say const app equals a function that returns some HTML. So let's just say div, and let's say my app in exclamation point, or not exclamation points, in capitals. Close the tag, and let's just export this. And we've exported the app, and let's hit save. And right now, nothing's reading this file, so we want to go back to our index, and we want to import app from that file. So we're going to say components / app : and we're going to want to switch this to app, and it just has a self-closing tag. And look at that, capital my app. All right, in the next video, we're just going to start with some other pieces. We'll probably be creating our component that's going to list our to-do list. All right, and see you in the next video.